Estrada ready to face Brad Hunter, making his debut this week on NWA Wildside. I tell you, I'm not sure about those trousers that Hunter's got, but I think they're flammable.
They very well may be, and you know, it always gets hot here in Wildside, and we are on fire, so who knows what's going to happen.
I should have guessed that seg was coming in. You're a hot one, Al. Thank you.
Jorge Estada with some interesting attire. Kimasabe, jump on it.
Like a few more cliches in there. Jorge Estada in recent days has been wrestling for Turnbuckle Entertainment. For those of you out of the loop, that's a Dusty Rhodes promotion, putting on shows throughout the Southeast. Boy, this is a Jorge Estada mania here at the NCW Arena.
Jorge, one of the most popular athletes here in NCW. Look where the crowd is on their feet. I can't hear myself talk.
Well, that could be a treat, depending on your perception here. Like
if only he'd do that when Tidwell's here. Brad Hunter, here's an interesting bit of trivia for you. Brad Hunter was actually trained by a wrestler we've already seen this week, Eddie Gold.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you do. And he's got a finishing move that used to be seen to be believed. I can't even describe it, but he calls it the B-bomb. And if he has the opportunity to put it on Estrada, it will be over.
Wow, I'm looking forward to seeing this B-bomb. Looks like they're exchanging moves left and right. The action is going so fast and furious, you can hardly even call it.
And Estrada, of course, talk about trainers. Estrada trained by Ray Lloyd, better known as Glacier.
And Coach Buzz Stern.
And
also known as Sugar Ray Lloyd. Well, we're going through the Ray Lloyd personality dossier here.
We don't have enough time. We don't have, and after we're done with that, we'll get to Ray Traylor and Ed Leslie.
Oh, boy, the show's only so long.
Exactly. Now, Hunter grabbing the head of Estrada. He has the size advantage, but Estrada has the strength advantage, so we'll see who comes out on top. Well, there, the momentum of Hunter able to take Estrada down.
Oh, a cross chop. That's new.
Never seen that before.
Much.
And going back to the basics is Hunter. Been wrestling professionally now for just under a year, so still in his rookie season.
Oh, the evening is young for Brad Hunter, but he's definitely making some inroads here at NWA Wildside, and a kip up from Jorge Estrada. Oh, kind of surprised Mr. Hunter in the attempt.
Yeah, and Hunter backed away, and that's something you don't need to do. I mean, you need to get right back to him.
Whoa, looks like a knee right to the nose of Brad Hunter. Still not enough to put the man down. Jorge Estada, I might point out, too, also wrestling for Turnbuckle Entertainment, as mentioned before. And there is allegedly some talk between officials of NWA Wildside and Turnbuckle Enterprises. I don't know any more. There's supposedly something going on. Have you heard anything?
If only we had an official, here with us, we could ask him. But unfortunately, it's just you and me.
Yeah,
so,
and all I have here is the commissioner, and Lord knows you're out of the loop.
I learned long ago not to gossip.
Well, that's true, but if you want to hear the real facts, you can talk to Tim Diggs.
Yeah, speaking of gossip.
Boy, that's true, and if he doesn't know it, he'll make it up.
Exactly, Tim Diggs.
No, he doesn't make it up. Everything he said is the God's own truth.
And now Hunter back with the advantage, but oh so quickly. Just like that, it was turned, and Estrada hip tosses Hunter down, arm drag. Takes the big man, Hunter, down. There's a drop kick, and Hunter is going to recuperate on the floor. But oh, wait, maybe Estrada's coming after him.
No, I think Estrada knows better than to be jumping on Brad Hunter. Brad Hunter's not been softened up quite to the extent that Jorge Estada would like at this jump.
That a newcomer would be at the disadvantage, but in reality, his opponent's at almost as big a disadvantage because he knows just as little about the newcomer as the newcomer does about him.
That's true. So it's a learning experience for us all.
Hunter able to land on his feet on that one and taking it right to Estrada.
Smart move. Typically that move ends up with a guy flat on his back, and Hunter ended up on his feet.
Good agility by the 6'1" Brad Hunter.
Very nimble too. And apparently likes to do a little bit of showboating and flexing as well. That'll get you real far.
Yeah, well, nowadays it probably will. That's the sad thing,
but not
here in Wildside.
Yeah, probably get a great big contract downtown.
Oh, the force of that slam right at the small of the back of Estrada has got to be hurting right now, and Hunter going up to the top.
Well, Jorge's not getting up too quickly, but quickly enough to see that Brad Hunter's on top rope. A quick drop kick right to the top of the head of Brad Hunter. Now a series of forearms and fists from Jorge Estada.
Incredible height on that drop kick by the somewhat compact Jorge Estada.
I'm sure we'll be happy to hear that. Compact?
No offense.
None taken. A Huracan Rana off the top rope. Apologies to Scott Steiner.
Not able to put him away, though. Estrada needs to really put together a sequence of moves and really concentrate on taking him down and taking him out.
Uh-oh. He's Estrada-ing up. Wait a minute, I've seen this before. No, I haven't seen that. Ow!
Oh!
An acai moonsault within the context of the ring, and unfortunately for Estrada, landed on the raised knees of Brad Hunter.
Hunter able to see what was coming and defend against it, which is always the sign of a wrestler that you need to watch out for, that not only is concerned with what he's doing, what he's going to do next, but with what his opponent is going to do next and trying to anticipate and counter.
Good point, Al. Since you're a bit of a historian of sorts, there's no relation with Brad Hunter and Rock Hunter, is there?
No,
Please tell me there's none.
No, and unfortunately, there's no relation between him and Rachel Hunter either, because I asked him to hook me up with her, but he doesn't know. Only a 2 count by Brad. Well, you know, she's divorced, you know.
That's true, but don't they have like 18 kids?
At least that they know of.
For the Rachel Hunter hotline, call Tim Dix. No, don't call Tim Dix.
There it is. Here it is. This is the B-bomb.
This is
his finishing move. If he can get him up. No, Estrada slips out. Estrada able to slip out of the B-bomb, swinging neck breaker, but he needs to cover him. Estrada so much taken out of him over the course of this match. He just needs to turn over and lay on top of Hunter. He could have him here.
Good, well be out of Brad Hunter. He's a resilient guy, as we've seen in this match for sure. It may still be too early to even get a pin on Brad Hunter, but right now, both men are hurting.
He was just seconds away from a victory. Almost had him hooked for that B-bomb, but Estrada able to slip out of it. And now Estrada with the big chop.
Knife edge chop across the center of the chest.
Now whipping Hunter across. Oh, big clothesline. And another clothesline. That's 2. Is he going for the trifecta? There's 3.
That's good. You can put the calculator away now, Al.
I was using my fingers. It's a good thing he stopped at 3.
You only have 3.
No,
Thank you very much. Backdrop, courtesy Jorge Estada.
Don't forget, still to come, JC Daz, Scotty Wren, one more time. But now Estrada has things going his way, or so it would seem. Can he follow up? Face first, down goes Hunter.
Boy, kind of almost a bulldog in reverse, actually. Face to face. Don't see bulldogs often in that respect. Jorge Estrada's going to top. What? Jorge Estrada's going to top rope, but Brad Hunter's 3/4 of the way across the ring. What's Jorge got in mind here? Flying body splash right on the money. Yes, Jorge Estada. Boy, it certainly does. The elevation from the Jorge, clear across 3/4 of the way across the ring.
Perhaps a tougher match than he anticipated, but a pretty good showing in his Wildside debut from Brad Hunter. Hopefully,
a superb showing from Brad Hunter.
Hopefully we'll be seeing more of him in the weeks and months to come, but we'll definitely be seeing more of Jorge Estrada.
Well, you know that's true.
Wildside.
You know that's true.